Hope everyone had a wonderful weekend out there. Cold start to the day this morning. Temperatures in the 20s and 30s, and we didn't warm up all that much this afternoon. Lots of 50s. That's the best we got out there today. Pretty chilly out there this evening. The lack of sunshine this afternoon did not help things out, but don't worry. Warmer temperatures and aforementioned sun, they're coming back into play here, folks. This is always a good one when you have a very interesting temperature profile like this when we zoom things out. It's find the front. This is where it is right here. You can kind of just trace that green here that separates the bluer, chilly temperatures and those warm yellows and oranges, 70s and 80s as you head down into the Mississippi Valley and into parts of the heartland. You can even see, not terribly far off to the south and west there. It's already 68 in Philly, 71 down in Richmond, Virginia. And that's because that warm front's just about pushed through those locations. So we're starting to see that surge of the warmer air, and the chilly air recedes as a result. But we do also have some showers along this warm front right here. And it looks likely that this is going to drop a little bit further south into tonight. So we get a quick little spritz out there. On any given day throughout the year, throw a dart at any date. It's probably not a big deal, but it is a big deal for us because we've hardly gotten any rain this month, and we thought that we might make it to Halloween and even the first weekend of November before we would see any rainfall, but it looks like we're going to have some showers out there tonight. Generally between, I'd say about 11 p.m. midnight into the early morning hours. We'll start to dry things out by tomorrow morning. And then as we head into the day, clouds will start to give way to sunshine. Look at this. By 10 o'clock, we're already warmer than we've been all day today. So clearly much warmer day in the cards out there. Those south winds are going to continue as well. And even though we get a couple of drops out there tonight, it's not likely going to moisten the ground enough. Still going to be those crunchy leaves out there, and you can bet any degree of moisture that does fall and make it to the ground is going to get absorbed very, very quickly. So right back to the dry weather tomorrow, and with the south breeze picking up in the afternoon and some relatively low relative humidity values, we do have an elevated fire weather risk for southern New England tomorrow. So again, Tiffany told you before about that burn ban. We got to be very careful if you're doing anything like grilling tomorrow. And again, the weather is going to be conducive for that. So when we talk about how dry things have been, this is our fall to date, meteorological fall, September 1st through today. We have been creeping up this list slowly but surely since last week, and we are now within the top 5 here, and likely, depending on how much in the way of showers we get tonight, we may jump into the top 3 over the next couple of days because it doesn't look like a ton of rain again out of this front nor the next one. So that's going to push through. High pressure recedes but then builds back in behind this warm front. There are the clouds. We'll get the sunshine back later tomorrow, and a day of sun and high clouds expected for Halloween on Thursday, and that's going to be the peak of the warm air. Take a look at these temperatures, folks. We are going for close to 80 degrees on Halloween. By the time most of us are, getting out there, those peak trick-or-treat times, it's still going to be in the low 70s. And even for those of us that head out a little bit later, upper 60s. So make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids. Make sure mom and dad, you bring in extra bottles of water for the kids. Believe it or not, even if we hit 79, it would not be our warmest Halloween. That record goes to 1946, 83 degrees. But again, I wouldn't be surprised to see some spots hitting 80 across the area. As we head into Friday, that cold front's going to push through behind it. Couple of spritzes and sprinkles out of that, but not a ton of rain. And then the chilly air comes back in behind that as we head into the weekend. And you know what's this weekend, guys? It is time to turn those clocks back. We are, yes, getting an extra hour of sleep, but yeah.
But no.
We're back to the 50s, too. We're going back in time here. I feel like we're like back to the future. Going back in time.
I say no, and here's why. I think John will agree with me. Sunsets at 4:30? Come on.
I was gonna, I wanted to ease you into talking about it.
You know what I'm going to get this year? I'm going to get one of those lamps, the happy lamps.
Do they work?
I don't know, but do you want to try?
No.
I think our insurance might cover it. I'm going to put it on my desk. If you want to borrow it for 10 minutes, I'll let it go to your side. Yeah. We'll see what happens, but I'm not a fan of this.
No, it's a little depressing.
Yeah,
it is.
It is.
And when we do traffic, although you do really want to see what's
going on. And look, we have happycamper.com over here.
That may change, though. Actually, although I do like the hour of sleep, but the 4:30 dark it's rough.
If it was going to be 70 degrees on Sunday, too, I'd hate it a little bit less. But the fact it's going to be back to the 50s, yeah, not all that great.